The war in the Delve region continues. After 4 failed attempts, P.A.P.I forces finally achieved the strategic goal of building a keep star in the Imperium home region. Each attempt to gain this foothold sparked massive battles, which lasted for hours as both sides committed thousands of ships to the fray. The combined losses number in the hundreds for supercapitals and in the thousands for subcapital ships. The loss of life among ship crew during the past weeks is simply staggering. Now that P.A.P.I have established a fully operational keep star within Delve, they have brought the war into the Imperium heartland. The keep star is being used for staging and stockpiling, allowing P.A.P.I to conduct large-scale fleet operations, extending their striking capability to around 90% of all the systems within the region. The Imperium remains defiant and confident in its efforts to push the invaders out of Delve. Joining them in this struggle are their old allies, the Red Alliance. This effectively resurrects the old Red Swarm Federation of the Second Great War from more than 10 years ago. Speaking for the Imperium, Brisk Rubel made the following statement. After 4 months, Test and their meat shields have finally committed to actually starting this war, bringing the fight to Delve. We remain committed to defending our space and making these invaders pay for every atrocity committed in our home region of Delve. P.A.P.I representative Ron USMC had only one message for the Imperium: fight or die. The Imperium has in recent years built up formidable defenses by constructing a large number of citadels across the region. And if history has shown us anything, it's that the Imperium are some of the most tenacious and capable capsuleers in all of New Eden. And in light of this recent development, the war is likely far from over. The empires of New Eden are slowly adjusting to the aftermath of the Stargate disruptions that severed the links to Triglavian-occupied systems and led to the formation of a new region called Pochven. It is widely believed that the creation of an artificial region consisting of the 27 New Eden systems conquered by the invaders was the final act in the Triglavian campaign. Despite the cessation of invasions, Edencom's Provost Marshal Cassia Valkanir has secured ongoing funding for the organization from Concord and the 4 core empires, reiterating the need for vigilance.
New Eden's people have suffered many grievous blows and fought hard throughout the invasion. I have witnessed the strength of our fighters, the loyalty of our supporters, the persistence of our collective defense with my own eyes. I am proud of all of our people. Yes, civilization has lost territory to the inhuman Triglavian invaders. Yes, we have lost many billions to naked aggression, treachery, and occupation. We must look to preserve what we have defended and remain vigilant. Even still, we cannot forget those who remain under the heel of the invaders. Edencom will continue to fight for their recovery and liberty. I welcome and deeply appreciate the continuing commitment of the Concord member states to this struggle.
Edencom's best minds in the fields of exploration, science, and military logistics are continuing to work on an effort to map the alterations to the space-time topology of the invaded systems and New Eden in general. Though it is gravely dangerous, Edencom's forces continue to gather data on Pochven systems, disrupt Triglavian operations, and seek means to navigate the region more effectively. Evacuation of the billions still trapped remains out of reach, but it is a highly political priority for the empires. For their part, the Triglavians have rapidly moved to assert even deeper control over the systems and worlds of Pochven. Having divided the spoils between their 3 clades, there are disturbing and clear signs of vast changes being wrought in space and on the planets of the occupied systems. The Triglavians are opposed by Edencom but also by resurgent drifter incursions, with hostile and highly advanced rogue drones also making their presence felt. As so often, the Triglavian spokesperson Zoria Triglav has broadcast a message asserting their dominion and apparently encouraging the treacherous Kybernauts, or capsuleers, that have gone over to the Triglavian side.
We are Zoria Triglav. We speak for the
convocation of Triglav outside this struggle. We continue the work of sublimation.
sublimation of those lost flow.
Subordinate Kybernauts, hear the words of our prayer.
Heed them. Totality and the weaving of
Pochven has
Pochven.
been realized. The flow of
Has
Vera
been anchored in the domain of Pochven.
Pochven.
Stabilization of the ancient domains
Domain
proceeds.
proceeds.
Clatistic dominion in glorification.
Glorification has been invoked. Clouds within the struggle have imminence in their
Eminence in
cries.
their cries.
Foreign Narodnia, proving fitness to join the flow, shall be glorified.
Shall be glorified. Kybernauts proving praxis of Pochlost extent.
Extirpation shall be glorified.
Subornost Kybernauts are exhorted
To
to
extirpate Pochlost elements. We continue the work of sublimation of Pochlost.
Pochlost flow. We speak
We speak for the convocation of Triglav outside this struggle. We are Zoria Triglav.
Zoria Triglav.
Many aspects of Pochven remain uncertain. In particular, it is unknown if the effects of Triglavian stellar manipulations have stabilized, or if further changes could occur in the region and even beyond. Certain changes have become very clear. Navigation across Pochven is notably possible via Triglavian conduit gates made accessible to their Kybernaut allies. The means of entering or leaving Pochven are apparently limited to space-time filaments and unstable wormholes. The variability and pattern of emergence of the latter remains a subject of deep study. The Triglavians do not allow the construction of new structures, but existing structures have been allowed to remain. Additionally, the Triglavians seized control of Empire-controlled stations, limiting many services to Allied pilots. While some capital ships remain at large in Pochven, capital ship construction has been prohibited. It's also impossible to generate sinusoidal beacons for jump drives, although jump drive-equipped ships may leave the region. The status of planets in Pochven is of highest concern to many. In particular, populated planets such as temperate worlds and industrialized barren planets are a matter of great concern. The Triglavians' attitude to planetary populations and their movements is uncertain and appears to differ across the clades. Access to planetary surfaces by customs offices and construction of new gantries and colonies remains possible. Ultimately, the disruptions caused inside Pochven are tremendous, but the effects on New Eden itself are still working themselves out. Trade routes have been severed, strategic systems lost, and massive political upheavals are underway. The core empires are maintaining a united front for now, but many observers doubt that this can last forever. This is Lina Ambre, reporting for The Scope.